Have you ever set your alarm for 5 o'clock a.m., with big plans only to hit snooze, and wake up at 8 o'clock feeling guilty and disappointed? Maybe you've heard that successful people wake up early. Maybe you've tried it once, twice, maybe 10 times, but somehow, you always slide back into old habits. You tell yourself, I'm just not a morning person, I need my sleep. But what if the first hour of your day holds the power to change your entire life? What if your destiny is decided before the sun even rises? This is the story of a man who had nothing until 5 o'clock a.m., became his secret weapon. Stay with me until the end, because this might be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. In a small industrial town where factories hummed day and night lived a 32-year-old man named Thomas. He worked as a night security guard at a textile warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m., he reported for duty. Every morning at 6 a.m., drained and exhausted, he walked home to sleep. His salary barely covered survival. He lived in a tiny one-room apartment with a broken fan, a mattress on the floor, and a single flickering light bulb. His clothes were worn. His shoes had holes. But Thomas's real poverty wasn't material. It was emotional. Every morning, as he walked home through the quiet streets, he saw life unfolding through other people's windows. Families eating breakfast, children getting ready for school, men in clean shirts heading to offices. And the same thought haunted him every day. Is this all my life will ever be? He had tried to change. He applied for better jobs, but with only a high school education, every door stayed closed. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all night, his body only demanded sleep. His mother, who lived in the countryside, called once a week. Thomas, my son, when will your life get better? I'm getting old. I want to see you succeed before I die. Thomas always forced a cheerful answer. Soon, Mama, I'm working on it. But the truth was, he didn't know how. The thought that tortured him most was this. He wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, walking miles, staying alert, doing his duty. Yet nothing changed. He was working hard in a life going nowhere. Every morning, collapsing into bed at 7 o'clock a.m. and sleeping until afternoon, he felt like he was living backwards, sleeping while the world moved forward. One question kept whispering in his mind. There has to be another way. One cold Tuesday morning in November, just as Thomas was leaving work, his phone rang. Thomas, you need to come home. Mama collapsed. She's in the hospital. His heart stopped. He took the first bus to his village, a 3-hour journey that felt endless. At the small rural clinic, his mother lay weak but conscious. The doctor explained. She had collapsed from exhaustion and stress. She needed rest, proper food, and medicine, things they couldn't afford. She held Thomas's hand and whispered, My son, I don't have much time. Please don't waste your life like I did. Find a way. Promise me. That night, Thomas sat beside her bed long after she fell asleep, staring at her wrinkled hands that had worked fields for decades. Just like his walked night shifts, something inside him cracked not with sadness, but with rage. Rage at his own helplessness. He stepped outside the clinic into the pre-dawn darkness. It was exactly 5 o'clock a.m. The village was silent, except for a few farmers already heading to the fields. Birds began to sing. The air was cool and alive. Standing there, Thomas whispered, No more. I won't live like this anymore. I don't care what it takes. I will find a way. On the bus ride back to town, Thomas noticed a man sitting across from him, well-dressed, reading a book. He recognized him instantly. Mr. Chun, a successful businessman who owned several shops in town. What shocked Thomas wasn't the man, it was the time. 6 a.m. Gathering his courage, Thomas asked, Sir, why are you on such an early bus? Mr. Chun smiled. Because I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I use the early hours to read, think, and plan B for the world wakes up. But don't you need sleep? Thomas asked. I sleep at 9 p.m., 7.5 hours. Enough? Mr. Chun studied Thomas's tired face. You work nights? His security guard. And when do you sleep? 7 a.m. to around 4 p.m.? Mr. Chun nodded slowly. So you're awake when the world sleeps, and asleep when the world works. No wonder you feel stuck. Then he leaned forward. Let me tell you a secret that changed my life 30 years ago. The hours between 5 o'clock a.m. and 7 a.m., those are magic hours. That's when you build the life you want while everyone else is dreaming. Hope stirred inside Thomas. How? I work all night. Then change your sleep. Sleep when you get home. Wake up earlier. And when you can, always wake at 5 a.m. Mr. Chun handed him a card. If you're serious, call me. I'll show you what to do with those hours. But only if you're disciplined. Thomas looked at the card and made a promise to himself. I'll start tomorrow. That promise changed everything. Over the next 90 days, Thomas woke up at 5 o'clock a.m. every single day. The first weeks were brutal. His body resisted. His mind begged him to quit, but he didn't. From 5 o'clock to 6 a.m., he learned skills: Excel, accounting, bookkeeping, using free online resources. From 6 o'clock to 7 a.m., he walked, exercised, read, and planned. Slowly, something changed. By day 20, his body adapted. By month 2, his confidence grew. By month 3, his skills were real. On day 87, his supervisor offered him a new role day shift, double the salary. 1 year later, Thomas was the company's lead accountant. He moved his mother to town, gave her proper care, and built a life he once thought impossible. And every morning without fail, he still woke up at 5 a.m. Here's the truth, Thomas's story proves. Your life doesn't change because of talent, luck, or motivation. It changes because of how you use the hours when everyone else is asleep. Between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., the world is quiet. Your mind is clear. Your willpower is strongest. That's where transformation begins. So here's your challenge. Set your alarm for 5 a.m. Decide what you'll build in your first hour. Protect your sleep. Commit for 90 days. Because success isn't a destination, it's a daily practice. And it begins tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Will you be awake?